Hello Virgo, welcome to the Mela Universe. We are Velastri. Thank you so much for joining us. This is for the Sun, Moon and Rising sign of Virgo. And Virgo, this is a special reading from Source, bringing through a positive change, a positive manifestation within 60 days of watching this reading. So this is a timeless reading, and whenever you're inspired to see this, whenever you feel drawn to this reading, 60 days out, you will receive a positive change, a positive manifestation, a positive healing, a positive experience of some sort. And yes, you might think 60 days is a long time, but Virgo, this is a slow moving energy because the manifestation and the change is meant to be long lasting. It's meant to be a long lasting, very solid, very stable manifestation and change and experience. It's not fleeting energy. It is very much that earth energy, very stable. So it takes time to really anchor in these energies. It takes time for the manifestation to unfold. So within 60 days, Virgo, let's see what's coming through for you. Okay, for Virgo. Music. 24, which is a 6, and Virgo, you are the 6th house energy, so a beautiful synchronistic energy there. Ooh, that's pretty. That's very lovely energy. Okay. Divine love. And we did feel a lot of frequency energy with the music. So Virgo, these next 60 days is a period of harmony and frequency alignment. Okay, thank you, Source. You can imagine that you are a conductor, or rather, Source is a conductor. Source within you is a conductor. And you, your emotional body, your mental body, your physical body, and your spiritual body, and all components of you are different instruments in an orchestra. Source is now fine-tuning each and every single component of you, each and every single component of your physical body, mental body, emotional body, and spiritual body, that your whole frequency within the shadow, within spirit, and within the physical, within light, is harmonic and harmonious, a symphony, an orchestra that can play together in a harmonious way. So wherever you are out of alignment, wherever you are out of balance, whatever energies are not aligned with your frequency, whatever is in opposition is being mended, is being fixed, is being fine-tuned, so that you as a whole being, a spiritual being, a physical being, emotional being, mental being, your whole frequency is a harmony, is a unified frequency. It doesn't mean that everything is working exactly the same. It just means all components are harmonious. There's nothing that's in opposition. And it is a very energetic change, what's happening. So if you are feeling a little bit unlike yourself for the next 60 days, Virgo, and what that means is maybe you're going to be a little bit, how can we say this? We're just trying to feel uncertain, unsure, almost doubting yourself, questioning yourself. Things that used to be very certain and very clear to you. Things that used to be almost not even like an afterthought, just might seem a little bit more just unsure, almost like you're unsure of yourself. That's simply because you are shifting to Oh, this is such an interesting energy to try to put into word. You are... Okay, thank you, Source. Before, some of your components were out of tune. So some of the instruments in the symphony, in the orchestra, were out of tune because of conditioning, because of trauma, because of all the experiences you had been through, Virgo. But you were used to creating music that way. That was how you created music. And so you became accustomed to that kind of music. And so whenever you made decisions, whenever you had to do something, whenever you had to experience life, it was from that basis, from that orchestra, with a few instruments maybe even broken, other instruments missing, other instruments out of tune. But that was the sound you created, and that was the sound you came to love, you came to know. That was almost the conditioned sound, the conditioned music, the conditioned expression of you. You came to know, you came to love. And so there were certain experiences and certain ways of being and certain things which you became used to, which became defaults, which you became certain with. So there was a certain way you expressed yourself. There were certain ways you did things. There were certain conclusions you came to because of the way of that sound, the way you sounded, because of the way you composed, your music was composed. But now the conductor has changed. It's no longer a physical, external, conditioned conductor. It's now source energy. And source is now taking the time to go and mend the broken instruments, to tune them, to buy new instruments by upgrading and anchoring new energies. So source over the next 60 days is fine-tuning, putting new instruments in, upgrading that instrument, tuning that sound. And because all of this is happening, what you were certain about, you're no longer certain. How you used to be, you're no longer really being. So it's making you a little bit uncertain, almost you're doubting, because it's like, but last month this was a yes, I definitely wanted to do this, but now I'm not sure, it just doesn't really feel right anymore. Or last year this was just, I know how to do this, I knew my mind, but now I'm feeling a little bit uncertain, like I need more time to think about it. Even how you used to respond with people. People might have said, wow, you're quite quick-tempered, if something triggers you like that. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, but you are deciding, actually, I want to take some time and process. And they're like, wow, what's going on? Usually you are quick-tempered. Now all of a sudden you're taking time to process. You've never processed before. Or maybe you were one who would take a lot of time to process, but now all of a sudden you're just intuitively going with your intuition, and people are a bit confused. Well, you used to usually when I ask you for something, I know I'd have to wait a month for a reply, but now it's like immediate. What's going on? So we're using just very random examples, of course, but just the way in which you used to be, used to carry yourself, used to respond to life, used to even interact with life and experiences, even how fascinating, even how you engaged with life. So how you felt, how maybe nature made you feel, how you felt when you were swimming or going into the ocean, how it felt when you are having a bubble bath or when you're taking a walk. Those experiences, walking in nature, co-creating with people, even those experiences where the feeling is tangible and not tangible, that's changing. The way you taste food, the way you enjoy music. It's just, you're a whole new vibrational being because all components are now harmonious. What was missing is now being replaced. What was broken is now being fixed. And you're also receiving new instruments to your orchestra. So you are just this new vessel. And so you are discovering a whole new way of being. And after the 60-day period, you will feel complete in the sense that the tuning will be done and now you'll be ready to play your sound in your orchestra. So Source is saying there's a lot of things that you wanted. There's a lot of energies, a lot of things, a lot of opportunities, a lot of manifestations that you wanted to come through. And this integration of energies is now assisting you to be the vibrational component, to be the receptive core component to what you want. You are now transforming into the receptive component to all that you want, and you are having that integration. And the best way Source is saying, because it's very much frequency and energy, so you might not see major shifts happening in your life, but within there's a lot happening. So don't be too caught up with delays that are happening, or with things not really changing, or things almost being, just don't be too perturbed by what's happening in the physical. There is a lot of maintenance work being done vibrationally for each and every single one of you. And music assists when you're feeling a bit overwhelmed during this process. If you feel a bit overwhelmed, if you feel a little bit uncertain, unsure, Source is saying listen to high frequency music, high frequency energy. It really helps soothe and calm you. And you'll also be receiving a lot of messages through your spiritual team through music. So if there's a song that's going on repeat, or there's a song that's stuck in your head, or you are walking through a mall and you hear the song on the speaker and the lyrics speak to you, just know it's just Source speaking to you through the music, so that you don't, to encourage you and to guide you and to show you the way. Very interesting. But what's happening is you are being fine-tuned to the frequency of divine love, because now that the orchestra is being complete or whole within Source again, the physical and the spiritual, you are now finally ready to create music, to compose music born of divine love, not conditioned love. And even what you want, your wants and your desires and whatever you've been trying to manifest, now takes on a new sound, a new movement, a new feel. So you might have expected a specific opportunity to come in one specific way, or to sound like a certain way, because we're using the music reference. All of a sudden it's coming in, but it's a new sound. It's even a new genre. So you were really taken aback. It's like, whoa, I didn't expect you to sound like this, or to be that genre. You even have a lead singer. What's happening? It's completely different from what you had envisioned. So Source is asking you to really be fluid, which is why Source is saying you might be feeling a bit uncertain, but be fluid and be open to this divine change, because you are literally resetting your vibrational matrix to divine love. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair of spirit. There it is, detachment. Really let go. Release over the next 6-day period. A 60-day period rather. There is, during the next 60-day period, there is a whole rewiring of your vibrational matrix to allow you to now be the frequency of divine love and your highest manifesting being. Very interesting, because Source is saying, remember, you are that hermit energy, Virgo, earth, from within. So within is really getting a whole upgrade in order for the earth without to now be that which you actually want, for everything to finally take the shape you want. But it's happening very, the reason why Source is using the orchestra is it's happening very, it's like, imagine the strings, the first violins and the second violins and the violas and the cellos. So it's very sectional. So you might be feeling a very specific mood for a couple of days, and all of a sudden we're moving to the percussion, and all of a sudden we're moving to the air instruments, then all of a sudden we're going back to the string instruments, and then the strings with the air, the string with the percussion. All of a sudden we're having the choir, the symphony choir also being singing, and then all of a sudden these components are together, and only the sopranos and the basses and the tenors and the altos, and then all of a sudden, so Source is saying you might just be feeling quite almost very good. It's going to be feeling pleasant, but very much feeling a lot of things you normally wouldn't feel, and expressing your way in ways you would normally not express yourself. And it's almost not very consistent, and you're wondering what's going on. Am I going crazy? Because today I feel like this, but now I feel like that. Last week I felt like this, but this week I feel like this. And it might be feeling a bit like, what is happening? Why am I not so as fixed as I usually was? And that's because the way you were is being recalibrated. But it's very, Source is saying it's very specific, like the components having a harmony here, and then together, and then singling out, and then together, and then these two. So just be fluid with this interesting transformation process. Very interesting, Virgo. Source is assuring us that you know what we're talking about, you know what we mean, because for us it seems very wow, but Source is saying many of you will be like, that's what's going on. Three of Wands, look, there we are. That's what we really felt. This is what you're becoming. This is your ships coming in. This is you receiving your desires and your dreams in a way which aligns with you, and you are becoming the receptive energy to this. You are becoming the dock where the ships are coming in. You are becoming the home where the delivery truck is coming to deliver all the beautiful goodies. You are becoming the receptive component to your physical environment. You're becoming the central point to attract everything. And it's happening on quite a large scale within your energetic body. Not just one component, but all components. And Source is saying here, Five of Swords. You see, this is why you might be feeling a little bit not so sure, questioning yourself, almost self-sabotaging, doubting yourself, because you're just not feeling as stable as you used to. And Source is saying that stability, that's what's being remodeled at this time. So really go into your intuition rather. Raise your frequency and go within for you to ascertain what to do each moment. If you're trying to use logic and you're trying to use past references or how you used to be, it's going to throw you off, because you are no longer, you can't use those old reference points. You're no longer that reference point. It's like a butterfly trying to navigate life through the eyes of a caterpillar. You can't do that anymore. You need to now release the old framework and simply intuitively be present and allow that to be how you navigate energies at this time. It'll feel a lot more, after 60 days, it'll feel a lot more settled, and it won't feel so everywhere. You're going to really feel good. Look, exactly, within 60 days, now you are in this Nine of Pentacles energy, where you're feeling strong, you're feeling stable, you're standing on your own 2 feet like never before. And we love this because it's Earth energy, and you're Earth energy, Virgo. You're feeling a lot more stable and secure. And Source is saying, yes, some of you might be thinking, but we feel stable and secure right now. And Source saying, no, you think that's stability. It isn't. It's still, you are being upgraded to source stability. So you're really going to feel quite a massive shift in how you are and how you be, and your perception on things is also going to change. It's a whole, this is the mastery of you emerging fully into physical form. Wow, that is really special. Five of Wands, Source is really saying, yeah, 55 changes, transformation happening here. And when you are in the state of stability, you might find yourself, what used to, again, butterfly versus caterpillar, what you used to do no longer aligns with you. So you might find yourself almost going back and forth with, oh, I feel I need to do this now, but if I do this, it changes everything. And Source is saying, do what you feel aligns with you now in your power. Okay, we see how these mirror. Don't be too much in the mind and too much using past physical references. Release. You're transforming. 55, 5, it's all about changes. And 55 goes down to a 1, to a 10, 5 and 5, 10, which is a 1, magician. You're transforming into your magician, into your alchemist, into your truth, into new beginnings. So for you to really align with that 1 energy, the new energy, the alchemy energy. And don't get too caught up with how things used to be, or how you used to be, or how people say you used to be. You are transforming into your highest frequency. So of course you're going to be very different. And so really release attachment here. Release attachment to obligation, to guilt, to expectation, to people and what they think, to ways of being that no longer serve you. You are really being fine-tuned into that receptive component, and it requires you to honor the truth of who you are now, to stay in this frequency in order for you to receive that which is yours. Because what you receive is stable, very stable. 9 plus 3, 12, reduces down to a 3. What you receive in your power is very stable. Oh wow, look at this. And we just talked about very stable. 10 of Pentacles coming through with the Empress energy. Wow. This is what you're really coming into. You see, you are becoming the center point to all of your beautiful manifestations. Stability in all areas, stability in all frequencies, stability. This is you, the orchestra, reimagined, new, healed, stable, all components new and shiny and working and harmonious. And even the ones that are healed and that were fine-tuned are now a newer version. So everything is just in alignment. And you are now coming into your Empress energy, which is 3 and 3. So you have master number 33 here on the floor, which goes down to a 6. Your energy, 6th house again. Harmony and balance, beautiful Virgo. And 3, what you are, the Empress energy, your creative energies, what you're trying to bring into this earth, what you've been trying to give birth to. Finally, you are receiving it. You see, you're finally now home. This is what you are becoming. This is what you're being empowered into, to finally be the receptive energy to that which you want, to be the receptive energy to what's coming in. And it's all a higher frequency of divine love, Beautiful Virgo. This is a very powerful time. So just be aware of these divine changes happening. The 10 of Pentacles, or the 10 of Coins rather, of these cards with these particular deck, 10 of Coins, with the 5 of Swords. Don't be in your mind so much. You are being aligned to stability, from where everything was happening in opposition to the detriment of you, taking away from you. You're coming to your stability, to your highest frequency of stability. So really trust your intuition here. And 9 of Pentacles with the 5 of Wands, honor your truth. Don't honor what others think. Don't be pulled and swayed by others and by external factors. Honor your frequency. Release codependency, Virgo. Release codependency entirely, because the people who are trying to keep you in this way, they are used to how your old orchestra used to sound. They're used to how the conditioned music used to sound. So you now creating on an orchestra of sorts is a bit shocking to them, and so they want to pull you back to what they know. They want to pull you back to what they understand, and it's time that you now embrace that. Look, you're coming to the Empress energy, which is your highest creative energy, your highest frequency, into your highest ability, your highest independence, in order for you to finally be the receptive energy to everything you want. A beautiful frequency of divine love. Blessed be.